I talk so much.
So this disclaimer is necessary before anyone watches this video. This is in no way implying that this is how to worship. This is how to ask God for things through prayer. I am saying this as I learned this right after I made this video, and I didn't post it because I knew I was doing something wrong. I just didn't know what it was exactly. And now I know. I'm conflating two terms, or it may sound like I'm covering all of prayer in one video, but I'm only covering how to ask God for things. When I say prayer, it's when people are praying for something, not praying to, you know? So this video is about how to pray for something, how to ask God, the Almighty, the Creator, for something. And I hope you enjoy.
I need to mute my notifications. I don't like people messaging me. Can everybody just stop messaging me? I don't like notifications coming up. I have this pattern where as soon as I get like ideas and I want to get up and do them, suddenly my phone is blowing up. All day, I would be sitting and I would have no notifications on my phone. As soon as I'm like, oh, Eureka, let me go do this. Suddenly, boom, notification after notification. This person wants this person wants to talk, this person's telling me about their life. Everything just all comes up. And just now, I just started recording. I started getting notification after notification. Like, shut up, wait. This is the shaitan trying to distract me from getting this message across. Okay, I see what you're doing, bro. See what you're doing. Okay, my head is about to freaking explode. So safe to say I better start recording because I'm not gonna be messaging anybody about why I'm pissed off right now. In the past, I would have been like having like a breakdown and I'd be like, oh my god, I feel so sad, I feel depressed. I would think that I'm the problem, but I'm not the problem. I'm feeling really gaslit. So let's try to like work it out together. Why are you upset, Sarah? Why are you upset? Okay, let's talk about it. Let me put some makeup on first. Take one at trying to record this, and all I have to do is just talk. Okay, I'm just kind of nervous because I'm like actually recording this. Literally, like before I started recording, I had this massive rant just blowing up in my fucking head. It was just so much ranting. And I'm like, okay, just go turn on the camera and start talking. And now that I turn it on, now I'm like, my heart is racing. I'm really nervous. I got like hella stage fright. I got hella fucking stage fright, okay? So like, bear with me, and I'm talking to myself about this. Sarah, just like bear with me, okay? We're going to talk about praying, okay? I'll do English, maybe I'll do Arabic subtitles. It's so hard though. Oh my god, I have to do everything by myself. I don't want to spend like 70 days like fucking editing and cutting this shit down. I just want to be able to talk and not have to cut down every fucking bit of it and like mess up like and have to do the subtitles and oh whatever. Okay, a little backstory. So growing up, I had absolutely zero conceptualization of God, and I still don't. Like, I don't conceptualize him in my head. However, when I was younger, the difference between me and now and me then is that I didn't believe in God. I literally not as like, oh my god, she's a kafir. Like I was really respectful. It's just that I did not believe in God because I was taught God with fear. Since I was a kid, I was taught all the basics of Islam. I was taught how to read Quran. I memorized Quran, how to pray. I was taught just the basics, but I did not believe in God. I did not actually believe that God existed because I lived in complete fear, as many people do. When that happens to you and you have... I need to mute my fucking notifications. I don't like people messaging me. Can everybody just stop messaging me? I don't like notifications coming up. I have this pattern where as soon as I get like ideas and I want to get up and do them, like actually want to do something, suddenly my phone is blowing up. All day, I would be sitting and I would have no notifications on my phone. As soon as I'm like, oh, Eureka, let me go do this. Suddenly, boom, notification after notification. This person wants this person like wants to talk, this person's telling me about their life. Everything just all comes up. And just now, I just started recording. I started getting notification after notification. Like, shut up, wait. This is the shaitan trying to distract me from getting this message across. Okay, I see what you're doing, bro. I see what you're doing. So yeah, I was taught like Islam with fear. I was taught Allah with fear. Why did that happen? It's because everybody around me was living in fear naturally. Like, it wasn't like their fault or anything. It's just that they were brought up with fear. This is what happens when you beat your kids, okay? And they grow up into very angry people. Or like your kids see you beating their siblings and they grow up into angry people still. Or they're like afraid. And then they think God is fear. Like, you have to like fear God. You have to sit there and be like, oh my God, I'm going to go to hell. I'm going to go to hell. Okay, so that's exactly what happened to me, except that I didn't claim it. What do you have when you have somebody rebellious and you teach them God with fear, what's gonna happen then? Like somebody let me know. I'll tell you. Don't even worry, okay? They're just not gonna care, and they're just gonna be like, okay, I'm going to hell. Might as well do literally everything on the fucking roster, okay? Okay, because you already decided that this person is going to hell. So what's gonna happen? They're gonna end up doing all the wrong things, okay? And that's how you have all these awful people that are like shitting bricks and living in the Middle East and surrounding Gaza. And everybody there can't do shit about what's going on in Gaza because everybody there is living in fear. And they're just under this assumption that they're all powerless. They're under this assumption that they don't have any power in their hands to stop what's going on. There's Iran. There it is. Let's start. Let's begin. You have 150 million people surrounding Gaza. The population of Israel is 10 million. The surrounding population of Middle Eastern countries around Israel is 150 million. 150 million people. Let's cut it down a little bit. Hey guys, let's just say like 120 million of you are 100% convinced that you are powerless against not even 10 million, by the way. I'm not even going to count the citizens of Israel. I'm going to count just the IDF. Say like about 50,000. Let's just say that. Everybody there is convinced that they are powerless. So what do? Instead of actually unite together and they want to, like, you know, stop what's going on. Of course, everybody in the Middle East is condemning what is going on in Gaza. And I'm just speaking about Gaza, by the way. I didn't even bring up Sudan, okay? If I start talking about Sudan, I'm gonna get really fucking pissed off because nobody's acknowledging that, okay? I see people obviously, like, I didn't even know about it until I saw, her name is B. Sunblast, but her name is Sarah. Hi, Sarah. I didn't even know about what's going on in Sudan until I saw how much Sarah was posting about it and Usama. Or Usama. Yo, Osama. Oh my god, I keep mispronouncing like people's fucking IG handles. I swear to god. Okay. And I was really ashamed when I found out. And I realized that people don't care as much about Sudan, number one, because Palestine or Gaza had more PR. They had more people escaping and talking about it in the West and in Europe. I never heard about Sudanese people talking about what's going on in Sudan. I don't get to meet Sudanese people at all. So when I found out about what's happening in Sudan, I noticed that they're not getting a lot of coverage. I see people raising awareness and like and I'm speaking as a hypocrite. Like I'm speaking as a hypocrite, okay? So yeah, this is I see how I'm getting pissed off about Sudan. Let's just back up and go talk about Gaza. And I'm saying as in Gaza is like a less complicated situation. They're both really fucked up. It's just that one is getting more coverage, one is getting less. Okay, Gaza is getting a lot of coverage, Sudan is getting barely nothing. Like just everybody is dying. Okay, everybody's just getting like murdered. Everybody's just getting murdered and starved to death. And okay, hello Middle East. Hi guys, what's up? Let's talk about Gaza. Let's back up. Why can't we stop what is going on in Gaza? Why can't we stop it? I'll break it down for you. Let's talk about praying. Let's talk about all the prayers that we've been doing for Gaza. How to pray. How to pray. Where should I stand? What's my angle? Is this good? Okay, guys. Let's talk about how to pray properly. What I had a problem with growing up as somebody that was taught religion with fear and was taught to fear God is that praying, I didn't even connect to it. I just thought it was just like a performance, just like slap on the movements, like say the words, and that's it, done, khalas. And what did I find out about that eventually? Because I didn't believe in God until I turned 23 years old. I literally, and before any of you come at me, you know, people just don't believe in God, okay? People just don't do it because you don't conceptualize it. You're stuck in this world. You're stuck in this physical world. You're not going to conceptualize anything of greater power. Allah Wahad, you don't ever conceptualize God being one, God being everything. It's literally impossible. You just can't do it. I only started believing in God when I felt love for the first time. So think about that before you start judging people that, number one, don't believe in God, or they associate. They do shirk. They associate something with God. Just stop judging people. You don't know what's going on with them to begin with. You can't just be pointing fingers at people and being like, oh, look at them. Look at what they're doing. I'm better than you. Okay, I believe in God. I'm better than you. No, you don't. You don't believe in God because if you do believe in God, you would actually sympathize with people. You would actually understand where everybody is coming from. But you don't do that, okay? So you're not better than anyone, okay? Back up. I didn't believe in God until I felt love for the first time in my life. And that's when I started actually understanding God. That's when it happened. Subhanallah, right? It's almost like God is not fear. It's almost like God is love. That's what it is. Because clearly, people living in fear is doing nothing but paralyze them. You have 150 million people surrounding Gaza. You have 150 million people paralyzed because what? They're fearing the government? God, the government, yes. When people say fear God, they don't actually mean fear God. It means fear people's eyeballs. To the point that when you have Muslims or Arabs going online and actually raising awareness, you have the other Muslims dragging them down. They're like, oh my God, you can't be doing that. Fear God. Fear God, you can't be doing anything. Okay, stay powerless with us. Don't do shit. Don't do none of that, okay? Sit down and shit bricks with us and fear people. Oh, sorry, fear God. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to make fun of your culture. I did not mean to do that. It's just that I think we're like at a point where we need to all shut the fuck up and collectively like unite and actually, you know, do something. I know there's a lot of people doing stuff, but it's not enough. It's not the majority. It's a pretty fucking minority. It's like pretty small amount of people that are actually doing something and saying something. And I'm speaking as somebody that used to be screaming about this constantly until I realized nobody around me is awake. Nobody is awake. You want to know why? I physically like watched people, all right, in my life and just generally online. I was one of them. It didn't last long with me, okay, because I got very sick. I watched people watch on the TV or watch on their phones somebody getting shot and somebody getting blown up and somebody walking around with their arm gone or like their face blown off or a baby that is dying or like I watched people watch this gore, literally like stuff that we're not supposed to be seeing at all ever in our lives. And it became some sort of like entertainment for them. And they don't admit it. People don't admit it. Because this stuff that we see on Instagram these days is actually things that people, like, it's a fetish. Like, people fetishize it. It's things that people would actually go to the dark web or live leak and they would pay to see this stuff happen. It's just now free and open access to the public. And some people are getting off on that. They're getting off on people, you know, being obliterated and being like murdered in Gaza and Sudan and in other countries. They watch these videos and they like it and they don't admit it. And they just sit around and say, oh, astaghfirullah, oh no. And then they start to pretend to pray for them. And then what happens next? They switch to like another channel and they continue like watching like a TV show, or they get up and like they go like, you know, enjoy their dinner. They turn off the TV and no problem. This is Islam to you? This is Islam to you. This is what you mean by submitting to Allah, right? Like this is Islam. You would think if you actually have trust in God and you actually submit to God, then you would actually do the right thing. Because as far as I see, pretending to pray for people and saying, oh God, please help them, Ya Allah, ساعدهم, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, انصر أهل غزة, and then بتروحوا وبتحضروا التلفزيون وبتروحوا تعملوا حفلة وبتاكلوا أكل كومة وتاكلوا السم الحاري, literally like you go and do whatever the fuck you do in your day-to-day lives. That's not being Muslim. That's just being like for show. The same way you pray for show. Everything you do is for show. Do you not have any shame? Let's talk about how to pray. Over here. Okay, lock in. Let's talk about kids. Go back a second. Why is it that their kids or the rules of Islam, like the things that Muslims do, it doesn't apply to children? Why? Why don't children wear hijab? Why are they not supposed to cover up? I don't believe in this stuff anymore, but why do people think that only as soon as you hit puberty, you're supposed to suddenly like just cover up your whole body and like you have to be modest, okay? You have to be modest. Because kids are naturally innocent. Your assumption that it's the person who needs to be modest, it's their responsibility to keep everybody's eyes off of them, is the issue. You yourself are supposed to keep your head clear. The same way kids' heads are clear. They're innocent, okay? So when we talk about kids, just like they came straight from God, they already are Muslims because they submit to God. They go wherever their intuition takes them. Unless, if you just leave a kid and you let them do whatever they want, they're going to naturally do what Allah gets them to do because Allah is in control of the child. At that time, Allah is in control of the child. At some point in time, ego starts to interfere. That's the shaitan. Ego starts to interfere with a child. So when kids are kids, Their prayers are all coming true naturally. Anything that they have in mind is going to come to them. The only thing that is interfering is their parents and the adults around them. So when you are praying, people nowadays, okay, when they're doing the five prayers a day, when they're praying and they're forcing themselves to pray, like I see people that are like, oh my God, I'm going to hell. I didn't pray one of my prayers today. May Allah make it easier for me to pray. It's not supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be hard. You think God wants you to suffer? Maybe that's the whole issue, is that people are fearful. They're actually just so fearful. You're not supposed to be struggling to pray. It's not supposed to be a struggle. The struggle is that you made it a full-time job. It's not a full-time job. You can come at me all you want, but I watch people pray and then they get up and start swearing and they start like causing ruckus and chaos. Praying is supposed to be something you use to connect with God. Sila, salah, sila. You connect with Allah. I don't see anybody connected with Allah. I don't see it. I see the connection severed. When you want to pray, you just talk. Just talk to Allah, guys. Just talk to Allah. It's fine. You don't need to do a whole thing about it and make it like a whole struggle, okay? I don't think Allah wants you to force yourself to pray the same way a lot of people are forced to pray, like gun to their fucking head. Go and do that motion so you can please people in the area or all around you. Oh, look, that Sarah just prayed. Yay! She's not going to go to hell for like one extra day. That's the mentality here. So let's not do that anymore because there's people that are actually living in hell right now. Okay? Look at Gaza and Sudan. There's people that are actually living in hell in this current life right now. Okay? Let's disregard the afterlife just for a second, okay? People, and especially Muslims, right now, their lives are out of their control, okay? Your lives are in your control. Their lives, not in their control, okay? Aside from mommy and daddy, they're the eyes of mommy and daddy and the oppression of mommy and daddy, these people are being oppressed by big bad men with guns, okay, with pew-pews. They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice to choose to worry about how many prayers they're doing. They don't have a choice to like go on the internet and like cry about, whatever we're crying about and bitching and complaining about, and like relationships, especially relationships. Guys, just fucking get over it. Just get over it. Just do that fucking 50-50 or pay like everything you want for your husband, pay everything for your wife. I don't give a shit anymore. Can we all just like unite and like agree that people should not be getting murdered? Please. All right? Like, I feel like there's bigger issues at hand. So guess what? I'm here to break it down for you. I'm here to break it down. Don't even worry. How are we supposed to get over our personal fucking mental illnesses that we also somehow associate with being Muslim? And by the way, like, being Muslim is the best thing ever if you actually like know how to do it. You just like let go. Literally just release. And when I say this, it triggers some people. They're like, oh my God, no, it's supposed to be hard. I literally told one girl, I was like, for me, like being Muslim is just vibing. I don't recall like the prophets ever like struggling this much with their faith and their iman. What they were struggling with is other people's ego and trying to break through other people's ego. I don't think they had that struggle in them to believe in God and just let go to God. That was not a struggle for them at all. They had some fear. And they're like, oh, where is Allah taking me right now? But I don't recall them fighting for their lives every single day and tearing their hairs out just to like pray a few times. Okay, no, it's not that. That was not an issue. So yeah, to me, being Muslim means vibing and chilling and actually relaxing and not being controlled by external factors like other people judging me or like struggling to like pay like anything. Okay, I don't want to worry about that shit anymore. So let's go. How to pray. Okay. Hi guys. It's not just for Muslims, for literally anybody, even atheists. Hey guys, what's up? Literally everybody, welcome. I love all of you, okay? I love everybody. I don't care what you worship. I literally don't care what you worship. Just like lock in for a sec, okay? Because what I started to realize is that a lot of people, okay, they're just like held back by labels. And a lot of people are really scared to be called Muslim, and I get it. At this point, call yourself whatever the fuck you want. As long as you're a good person, you're all Muslim to me, babes, okay? Alright? You're all Muslim to me. Let's all be good people right now. Stop trying to control each other. Yeah, as soon as you try to be in control of your life, or you try to be in control of somebody else's life, including your children, especially your children, that's when you're trying to play God, and that's where you're not Muslim anymore. Okay? But if you let go, you relax, go with the flow, that's when you're Muslim. And I see a lot of people doing that, and they don't call themselves Muslims. So hey, welcome everyone. Allah, God, the universe is always with you. Always with you. Literally always with you. Even if you don't want to believe it, even if you don't believe it or don't want to believe it, it doesn't change the fact that it's there with you. As long as you relax and you let go and you trust the process, then you can do this very easily. This is not supposed to be a struggle. This is not supposed to be the struggle. The struggle to pray is ego. It's just somebody's ego. When your ego is standing in the way between you and your connection with yourself and connection to Allah, your prayers, they're going to be accepted. It's just the fact that your ego is not going to let you go and let you see that your prayers have been accepted. Step number 1, guys. Oh my God, this is so exciting. I finally let go. Now I'm in the zone. How to pray? The most important step, guys. You can see my dress. I don't want you to see my dress. Be honest with yourself. Allah does not care about the emotions that you make and the things that you do to please other people. So be honest with yourself. Why do you pray to begin with? Why are you praying? Is it just to get the points in the point system? We can pull up the Quran, we can go through it together, and we can read about how Allah actually views your good deeds and your bad deeds. I don't think it's the way that we think it is. I don't think it's going to be that you do so many good things and the bad things that you do are up here, because you don't know what is good and bad. You don't know what is good and bad. I see people hurting other people very badly. I see people destroying their generation. And they still believe that they are doing good because textbook-wise, I am doing good because they're not claiming the bad things that they're doing. So let's just let go of the idea that we're all in a point system right now. And actually, let's narrow it down a little bit. Be honest with yourself. Why do you pray? I don't want anybody up in my business, so I'm going to keep my prayers to myself. But I pray because I love Allah first and I love myself, okay? Personally, I only pray once for things. So let's go to the next step, okay? 2. Ask for what you want. What do you want? For Muslims, you know how to talk to Allah. You know how to praise Him or them. For non-Muslims or Christians or atheists or spirituals, anybody else, still, literally talk to Allah, talk to God, talk to the universe, just talk. Or you can do it in your head even. You don't have to force yourself to do something if you don't actually connect to it. The whole point of prayer in Arabic, the word salah comes from the word sila. Sila means to call or to connect. It's like a connection, right? If you don't feel the connection, then you're doing something wrong. Because let me tell you something. I didn't even get to the punchline of my story earlier. It's the fact that I grew up being forced to pray, and I literally just did the prayer just to please people around me, just to make them comfortable and happy with me. And what did that do to me? It took away my belief. It took away my iman. It pushed me away. It pushed me to my ego. And when I made my first prayer on my own, and it was when I was at rock bottom, okay? I made my first prayer, guys. I was literally living on a prayer. I felt it. I started noticing what happens when you actually connect with Allah. I would love to see somebody confirm with me in the comments. Every time I speak with Allah, think of Allah, I pray, every time, okay, I feel in my back chills shooting up my spine instantly, like this. It literally feels like a tree. I just feel chills everywhere, constantly pulsating. And whenever I feel like I am helpless or hopeless, I start to feel it too. When I feel really lonely, I start to feel it too, okay? That is what I call, personally, that is my connection to Allah. That's how I confirm that Allah is listening to what I'm saying and listening to me and listening to my prayers and listening to my du'as. There is a connection, and whenever I just trust it. I literally, every time it just makes me smile, and I'm like, thank you. It's really nice that I know you're here with me. I feel it. Before that, when I was praying against my will, because let's not invalidate each other's experiences, I was completely abused using Islam, as many people are abused using Islam and many other things. And literally, you can be abused using literally anything. Anybody can abuse you with whatever. Let's just not deny that many people are abused in the name of Islam. And, if you're actually a Muslim, you actually stand up for them, not turn a blind eye to them and be like, oh, they're not representative of Islam. Okay, but they're still being oppressed. They're still being, what about their faith? What about their iman? So it's just all about you and your connection with Allah. By the way, you have none. If you actually think of other people struggling and you don't give a shit, then you don't have a connection with God. You literally don't. Because if you actually had that connection with yourself and God, you'd know, you'd feel everybody else's pain. And it's fucking overwhelming. It's literally overwhelming, which is why, again, a lot of people are living under a rock, or they actually put themselves in a bubble. They can't do that right now. I sympathize, but I don't sympathize with hypocrites. Back to it. Ask for what you want. Just ask for it. Just ask for it. Literally ask for whatever it is that you want. Start big, start small, start somewhere. Literally just ask God for what you want. Ask the universe for what you want. Ask Allah for what you want. Just ask. It feels cringe at first. It feels so cringe because especially if you don't believe, especially if you're not a believer, it feels really cringe. But really think about it, all right? Who gives a fuck? Literally, who gives a fuck? Everything we do is cringe. Like, to anybody, everything we do is cringe. Why is it that it's okay for us to expect things from other people, but it's not okay for us to expect things from a higher power? Is it just because, like, we can't see it? Like, we just can't. We don't know what's going on? Well, we can't see a lot of things, yet we still, like, put trust that it's there. So just give it a try. Literally one time. Just let go of your ego for a second. Give it a try. Ask for what you want. Write it down. Write down what you want. This is a me thing. All right. I know a lot of you are going to disagree. Jamila, I know you're going to disagree, honey. Ask once. Very important. Ask once, babes. Let me explain to you why. Sorry, I know for this one, a lot of people are going to come at me and they're going to be like, oh my God, you can't compare Allah to Amazon. Shut the up. Let me just do my little metaphor or whatever you want to call it. Suppose you do an order on Amazon, okay? You go online, all right? You order whatever, hit send, all right? You click purchase, done. Do you go every single day or every single like hour and then you call and you're like, is my order coming? Is my order coming? Is my order on the way? Is it 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 on the way? That's how I see people praying for the same thing 24/7. And asking God for the same thing over and over and over. Now, think of it this way. You got 2 billion people asking for the same thing. Hey God, hello. Can you please free Gaza? Please free Gaza, please free Gaza, please free Gaza, please free Gaza, please free Gaza. Hang up the phone. You're spamming God's line, bro. You're spamming his line. All right, he heard you. Believe me, he heard you. Probably he heard you before you were even born. He heard you long before. He heard you from the beginning of time, okay? You know, there's no concept of time for Allah. It's just that you guys are not trusting in Allah. The fact that you keep asking for the same things over and over and over is you not putting trust that Allah is going to grant your wishes, grant your prayers. Your prayers are granted, believe me, they are granted. The only thing that is standing in the way of your prayers being granted is you. It's just people. Let's narrow it down even further. All right. Ask once, guys. Number 4. Let go. Please. Let go. خلاص. صليتوا. عملتوا دعاء مرة. Focus on your life, now focus on yourself. Do the self-improvement. Okay? Okay, let go. You have to work on yourselves now. Let me explain to you why. If you ask for something so huge, so broad from God, what do you think is going to happen? The next day, like, Superman is going to swoop down and, like, just destroy Israel? Or, like, the RSF? Fuck no! Who do you think is going to save them? Who do you think is going to actually save Gaza and save the Sudan and save anybody in oppression, okay? Anybody in oppression. Sorry if I can't, like, name every single country. Who do you think is going to save them? It's you, babes. Yeah, it's you. And how are you going to do that? You're going to actually submit to Allah. You're going to actually submit. Let go. Relax. Literally. Stop trying to be in control. The only reason that everybody is not doing that right now, okay, and I sympathize. I'm just lucky right now, okay? I got some time for me to actually, like, put this in practice, and it's been fucking amazing. The only reason why people aren't actually in submission to Allah is because they're conflicting ideologies, okay? They're living under a system that's making them a bunch of slaves, and they're trying to be slaves to Allah at the same time. God has a plan for you up here, and you start here. Because you live in a system where they're forcing you to work, pay bills, pay rent, like, you never have a chance to actually, like, go up the straight path. If you submit to God, you just go straight up. It's like whoosh, you go up to God's plan for you, and it's gonna be amazing, guys. This is what happens. You grow up, your parents tell you to do this, okay, you go here. The neighbor tells you to do this, you go down here, okay. You keep like diverting, like suddenly you're like all the way over there, and then you die. And you know, for you to, there's always gonna be a path back to God's plan, okay? There's always gonna be a path. It might be like a little bumpy, and the further you go, the bumpier it's gonna be. But if you actually submit to God, you'll actually get back to his plan. The perfect plan for you, because Allah wants the best for you. It's just that you have to put your trust in him. How do you get there? This is actually getting so chaotic. This is so exciting, because this is the shit that I think about all the time. Let me tell you something, guys. Every time one human being submits to Allah, okay, every time one human being actually relaxes and submits to Allah, the whole world rearranges. The whole world rearranges a tiny bit, just to make that person on the right path. That's what happens if you just so relax. It's just really fucking hard now, because there's 8 billion people in this world. It was a lot easier when the population was 100,000. It's like a whole like really big Rubik's cube. All right, it's like every time somebody submits to Allah, okay, the Rubik's cube like changes a little bit. Okay, at some point it's going to be perfect, which is really exciting to think about actually. Like imagine like a really perfect world. I got hope, guys. I got hope. Okay, I've been through a lot, but I'm still hopeful. All right, inshallah, guys. Right, this is how to pray. This is number one, how to pray. All right. So number one, be honest with yourself. Okay, why are you praying? Why are you doing that? All right. You're not praying for other people. You're not praying to show other people, right? Because if you pray thinking that it has anything to do with anybody else around you, probably you're not submitting to God. You're submitting to man, like people, human beings. Number two, ask for what you want. Just ask. Just ask. But don't be too broad. You can ask for what you want. You can ask for what you want. But if you're too, if like you're asking for this much, you're going to lose sight of, especially if you're a beginner, you're going to lose sight of what you're supposed to do to get there. You ask for, like, say, oh, I want, you want the end goal, all right? You want the end goal. In every person's heart, there's a passion. I have a friend that said he wants to open a museum. I have a friend that wants to live on an island. I have a friend that does this. If you submit to Allah, you'll actually get there. Your dreams will come true and beyond, okay? If things align like that, inshallah. But if you keep trying to be in control of the path that you take to get there, that's what is probably going to take 1,000,000 times as long to get there than what Allah hasn't planned for you, number one, because you're not trusting in him, you're trusting in man. In man, we don't trust, guys. In man, we don't trust, okay? Because man is controlled by ego. The only men we should have been trust are the ones that were infallible, okay? The men and women that were infallible. 3, ask one time, okay? Because if you keep asking over and over and over for something, you're not trusting that it's going to come to you. You know what? It's fine. In the beginning, it's fine. It's very understandable. If you make a prayer and you feel a little hopeless, or you're like, when is it gonna get there? It's okay. It's okay, babes. We've all done it. I used to ask for the same thing all the time. But at some point, you're going to realize that you have to just, you have to actually trust God. Like, it's getting really hot in here. Let me drink some water. Break time. Holy shit, I talk so fucking much. Guys, my back hurts. Who thought it was a good idea for me to put this high up? I should have just done it in the chair. Oh, that's nice. Yes. There you go. If you ask over and over and over for something, number one, it's annoying. And that's fine. Like, to Allah, it's okay. You can be annoying. But in the grand scheme of things, you are taking away from short-term goals and things that you can get in the short term. So Allah would be actually accepting your prayers, and he would be giving you things that would lead for you to get to that ultimate goal, that really big prayer, the really big thing that you asked, that house that you asked for, that car that you asked for, Gaza being free. Things are falling in place for that big plan to happen. It's just that if you're not actually submitting to Allah, and if you're not grateful, especially if you're not grateful and you're expressing gratitude every day, then you're not going to be seeing the little blessings that that are changing in your life, the things that are coming in your way, that are actually granting you your big wish. You're not going to be appreciative of the food on your table that you didn't have last year. You're not going to be appreciative of the nights out that you get, the phone that you have in your hand. Guys, cellular devices. I'm so sorry. My face makes me laugh. And the fact that, look how I'm sitting right now. Alright, listen. My fucking dress is killing me. Alright, guys, phones. alone are really taken for granted. It took me a while to understand that this device right here is a reason alone for you to realize that you are blessed. You are blessed. You are 100% like, you're so lucky. You are so lucky to have this. With this alone, you can change your life. But the fact that a lot of people are just given it and they don't understand, they can't wrap their head around gratitude and just being grateful for small things. They don't see that having a phone is actually amazing. It's an amazing thing. And the people that see it the most, I think, are the ones that were really appreciative of their Nokias. Like me. Guys, my Nokia was a shit. Still miss it. Me having like any hand-me-down device was like the best thing ever. I was so happy to have literally any sort of technology, anything, okay? So now that things are getting more and more complicated, okay, technology is getting more and more frequent, I see it everywhere, I'm getting really grossed out because I don't think we need that much. Sorry guys, I'm not gonna be on board with that one. I don't like seeing robots all around my fucking house. I like old school things, like how to do things you know, the traditional way. I'm a grandma. I'm sorry. I don't know, you call it old soul, call it like a grandmama, mama, it's fine, whatever. Yeah, back to it. Ask one time. Be grateful. Just be grateful for the little things. For me, what started making me a stronger, or what made me lead up to actually submitting to Allah is my nose. I cannot stress this enough. And I hope somebody sees this and they relate to my struggle and this helps them. Guys, my nose, due to an overuse of a nasal steroid back in 2020, at the start of COVID, I started smoking. I started smoking weed. I don't like talking about these things, but it's fine. Like whatever, everybody does it, or mostly, like a lot of people. And I think I was allergic or something because anytime, like to this day, if I take any hit, my nose instantly flares up and I can't breathe through it anymore. When I was younger, I was always used to ignoring my body. So I've noticed there's kids that they feel some sort of discomfort or pain and they vocalize it. I was a complete opposite. When I was a kid, I literally one time accidentally got stabbed. I basically got stabbed from the door handle, went right through me completely. And because I was so afraid, I was living in complete fear and I didn't tell anybody and I was in complete pain and I just covered it with stickers, just I was too scared to tell anybody about it. And I thought I was going to be in trouble for being hurt, which was a lot of cases, you know, when sometimes when children get hurt, their parents get angry at them. That was the case with me. I felt like I was going to be in trouble because I felt like I wasn't receiving any love. I didn't feel it. I literally wasn't receiving any love. So I was just scared all the time. Anyway, that turned into me completely disregarding any pain I'm feeling in my body. And when your body is feeling any sort of discomfort or any sort of pain, it's your body basically telling you something is wrong, okay? You better go figure it out. Otherwise, it's going to get worse. I didn't listen to anything that my body told me. Now I do, okay? I know exactly what's going on, all right? I'm having cramps, okay? I'm getting pain in my sides. My nose is kind of stuffy. Basically, I should be lying down. Because I didn't listen, my nose was flaring up as a reaction to the weed that I was smoking. And I thought it was just a regular congestion. And so I asked for nasal spray. And my mom gave me one. And she didn't know any better. I didn't know any better either. It had steroid in it. Because I was smoking weed daily, I had my nose flaring up daily. And I ended up using the nasal steroid daily for about a month. And obviously after the first week, my nose was completely gone. It was gone. Not a single molecule of air would go through it. That was probably the worst time ever. I finally realized, I'm oh shit, I'm cooked. I didn't realize it was the spray either. I still didn't realize. I was 20 years old. I was stupid. And I ended up going to the doctor and he told me what's going on. And they set me up for a surgery, for a nose surgery that I only got 3 years later, 3 years and a quarter. It was April 2023. In those 3 years, guys, anybody that has dissociation, complete brain fog, you feel like you're watching yourself on the outside, check your nose, okay? See if you're able to breathe through your nose, because I completely dissociated to the point that I was watching the world through a screen this big. And the amount of times I've said this and somebody's gonna watch it, or a few people are gonna watch it and they're gonna know, they're like, oh, I know the story. It's because it was a fucking nightmare. I was living on complete insanity. I was living my world was this big, guys. Imagine just put your hands like this and imagine everybody is this tiny. And it feels like everybody's infinitely far away from you. 24/7, I didn't get any relief from that for 3 years. And it was the craziest thing that I've been through. It was literally the craziest shit. Out of 3 fucking years, I lived like that. Up until I got the surgery. When I woke up from that surgery, I was like in complete shock. I could see in HD. Holy fuck, I could see everything again. Literally everything, all around. Like my peripherals and everything. There's no more like, I felt like for 3 years I was controlling myself in my head. I was a tiny person living inside my head, controlling my body. I felt like I was playing a fucking video game. But when I got that nose surgery done, it was a septoplasty for anybody that wants to know. I could see everything. I could hear everything. I could taste everything. I could smell. I got all my senses back. And I was like, oh my God. Since then, I became the most grateful person ever. Before that, I was always like crying, whining. I was like bitching and complaining, everything, okay? I was like, oh my God, I hate being alive. I'm so depressed. I'm this and that. What changed it for me is breathing through my nose. Now every day I'm just thankful for breathing through my nose. Every day. It's not even that much, by the way. It's still like, I'm still missing like a lot of it, but there's air going through it. It's fucking amazing. So apparently that made me a much better Muslim than a lot of people, because I just practice gratitude every day. The way I said that, I'm not being egoistic. I'm actually just saying, like, I actually just became grateful. Like, that's how you become like a better person in general, and not just a better person. That's how you can get yourself out of depression, because I had severe depression. I got less and less depressed when I started practicing gratitude every morning. In the beginning, it was cringe. In the past, I did it like I was forcing myself. I would just write down in a journal, like, I'm grateful for this and that. I'm grateful for my working arms. I'm grateful for my legs. I guess I faked it until I made it. It just became something that was like a permanent thing in my life, where I actually woke up every day feeling so grateful. Now I see all the blessings I have in my life, and I say Alhamdulillah every single day, guys. Like, just like, if I can just show you, look. Alhamdulillah, look. I have this canvas. I got the paint that I was able to express myself onto here. Okay, this. Alhamdulillah. That lamp, I just got that. Look. Alhamdulillah, I got light. The mirror, I got a nice mirror. My clothes, my hair, mashallah. My shirt, I love this shirt. I've had it for 3 years now, almost 4. Alhamdulillah. I got to do this. Alhamdulillah. My bed, I have a bed. I have a PC, mashallah. Everything is just, I am so happy. I'm so happy. I literally have everything I ever wanted since my childhood. Everything. I already fucking achieved all of it. Now what? Okay, it's just infinite possibilities from here. When I was a kid, I'm going on a tangent now. I'm literally going on a tangent. I still haven't gone through the 4th point. But when I was a kid, I opened a magazine. I think I was like 6. This was when I was in Amman, Jordan. When I was 7, I opened a magazine, and it was for an electronics store. And I basically circled everything that I want. I wanted a camera, I wanted a phone, I wanted a TV, I wanted a computer. I think I wanted headphones. I just circled everything. And now I have all of it. And I'm the happiest girl alive. I got all of it. Now what? It's all materials. I realize it's just stuff. It's literally just stuff. Alhamdulillah, but I use it to the maximum. I use my phone every day to try to change people's lives. I use my computer every day to try to change people's lives. I already reached what I want. I already like maximized that. And now what I want to do, what I'm asking for, is going to lead me to get bigger and bigger things. Only happened because I'm grateful. I could have chosen to continue being depressed and ignore all the blessings that I have. I could have chosen to do that. I could have just sat around and complained about it and just been so ungrateful like I used to be. Like, I had the same stuff. I had a phone, I had a computer, I had a camera, I had a TV. I had these things. And the only difference was me being grateful for my nose. Me being grateful for my nose made me start seeing other things that I'm grateful for. Mashallah. Okay. So, number 4 is let go. Say your prayer and let go. Don't hold on to it anymore. I think it's called the law of detachment. The more you try to hang on to something, the more you try to get something yourself, the more it's going to run away from you. If you just let go of it and you literally, like, you actually just get it out of your head completely, one day you're going to wake up and you're going to find that you're literally living it. You already have it. If you, for example, if you are so desperately looking for somebody to be in a relationship with, here's an example. You're only going to be rushing what Allah has in plan for you, the perfect partner for you. You're only going to be rushing that, and you're going to try to be in control of your fate. So you're going to choose the wrong person, and you're just going to wake up every day and look at your partner that you were so desperate for, and you're going to be ungrateful. That's what happens when you're not like submitting to God and actually trusting God. That's what happens when you try to be God. You try to be in control of your life. You're going to end up choosing wrong. You choose wrong, okay? This brings me to, this is a segue. This is a really good segue to the next part, which is relationships. Oh my God. Yay. That's really exciting. Let's talk about relationships, guys. This got me standing.